Marking its presence on the global food map, India has achieved its first designated international financial service center at the GIFT SEZ in Gandhinagar in Gujarat. Built by Hiranandani Group, the first of its kind international financial center will be inaugurated by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Ashwini Priyolkar spoke to Niranjan Hiranandani, the CMD of Hiranandani Group. Take a look.
So firstly, I would like to ask you, how important is the coming up of International Financial Services Center for India's financial sector and for its global growth?
I think you have to understand that there is no other center in the country which has been an international financial center. Up till now, you had London, you had New York, you had Singapore, you had Dubai. I think the ambition of the Prime Minister is now being met by setting up this international financial center. It will be as if you are doing business in New York or in Dubai or in Singapore, and this will be traded in international currency, so it becomes like being in Dubai or in New York or in London, but actually you are in Gandhinagar, Ahmedabad.
Yeah, very true. And talking about Hiranandani's signature, I believe this project was completed in record 13 months. So how were you able to achieve this?
I think it was a Himalayan task, but the ambition of the Prime Minister had to be met. Something which we would have done in 24 to 30 months, which is 4 lakh square feet, a basement plus 16 stories, we completed actually in 12 months. It took another 30 days to get all the permissions in place. So we did this in record time. We put all the best resources of technology. We put all the resources of the experience which Hiranandani brings to the table. And of course, when you have a deadline of the Prime Minister of India, we have to meet it.
Right, very true. And this is a massive commercial project that has come up. So obviously it's going to generate a lot of employment. So what kind of employment growth do you see here?
I think what the Prime Minister is trying to attain is to see that another center which creates employment, which creates resources, which comes to investments into India. A lot of people used to do investments overseas. Obviously that was done through international markets. Today, the Reserve Bank of India allows $250,000 a year to be sent abroad for the purposes of investments. Today, all that could be routed through this center. NRIs who are otherwise investing into various situations all over the world can come to this international financial center. I think it's a growth opportunity which is second to none. I have to congratulate GIFT City, the Government of India, the Prime Minister for this wonderful effort to put this center into place. It was a Himalayan task in terms of getting all the policies into place, whether it was the tax policy, whether it was the budget, whether it was SEBI, whether it was the guidelines, and of course the Mumbai Stock Exchange, which really set it up as an international stock exchange too.
So in terms of numbers, how many employment opportunities do you think will be created post this center?
I think the entire GIFT City is really a growth center for the purposes of creating employment. I think at least 10 to 15,000 people will ultimately get employment in this sector, in this area that is an opportunity. Of course, it also depends on the banks and financial institutions as to what effect these banks and financial centers and the stock exchange are able to utilize this opportunity. The platform is created, the opportunity has been given by the Prime Minister, but how it brings into effect depends on the people who participate in it.
Right, so it goes without saying that when you have so much of employment opportunity coming up, you also have opportunity for the residential sector to also develop. So how do you think coming up of this international center is going to affect the residential as well as the commercial real estate of Ahmedabad?
I think what the Prime Minister said on the 31st of December was mind-blowing. He talked about housing in such a significant way that his objective of 2020-22 for the purposes of providing affordable housing is there. Yes, this center will create a multiplier effect, but his vision is not only Ahmedabad or Gujarat. His vision is India, and that is very clear from what he spoke on 31st.
Okay, now it's time to take a quick break. After we come back, we will review a few projects